Well, hello. This is video number 23 in the Nakshatra series, going over the 23rd Nakshatra, which of course is Dhanishta. So, we've made it most of the way around the zodiac wheel by now. We're almost done the whole 27. So now we've gone right to the boundary between Capricorn and Aquarius. So this Dhanishta is, I'm pretty sure, no, I am sure it's exactly 50-50. Half of it is in Capricorn, half of it is in Aquarius. So that would make it, 23 some odd degrees Capricorn through to 6 degrees 40 minutes Aquarius. So, what does that mean? I mean, okay, well, Capricorn and Aquarius have something in common that neighboring zodiac signs usually don't in traditional astrology, and that is that they are both ruled by Saturn. So, Dhanishta being on the cusp of those, even though its ruler is Mars, it's going to have some additional Saturnian energy behind it for that reason. So what's it all about? Well, first of all, we usually start off each video talking about the caste or the class of each nakshatra, and this one is the farmer caste, which doesn't really suit it. Like, it's, you're going to find out as I'm explaining the rest of it that this is a very, luxurious, likes the finer things in life kind of nakshatra. So why would it be such a working class thing? And that's, I think, more because Saturn rules that's the Saturnian energy of Capricorn and Aquarius, which rules kind of work, and Capricorn's a very work-oriented sign, and so yeah, it's a farmer. Its nature is it's a Rakshasic nakshatra, so it's of the demon nature, a little bit of the darker side there, and I think there's Aquarius kind of weighing in. You can see that there. It's, as I said, ruled by Mars. Its symbol is pretty straightforward. A drum, the musical drum. So what does that mean? Well, first of all, the constellation that Delphini, that the Dhanishta was originally found in, maybe still is found in if you're following sidereal astrology or anything like that. But this Delphini constellation kind of is arranged like a cylinder, kind of like a drum, like a snare drum or something like that. So the drum, and it's kind of gone with the characteristics of this nakshatra. It's been found that people who are under this nakshatra, that have moon, sun, or ascendant, or sometimes other planets in this nakshatra, tend to have an affinity for music. So there's one, obvious connection. And also, more than just being musical, drums are also hollow. That's where the reverberations come from. So there's a little bit of hollowness to this, being able to fill the void, being able to conform to other things, life in general, but not conforming too much, because one of the sayings associated with this is that natives of this nakshatra like to go to the beat of their own drum, just march to the beat of their drum. So it's so that drum theme is going to come up quite a bit. Its element is ether, which is, of the 5 elements, the most sacred, spiritual, generally considered. Its animal is a sexual animal, is a female lion, so it kind of it's a female nakshatra, even though there are a lot of male characteristics about it, which I'll go into, but yeah, so female lion is the animal. It's ruled by a deity, actually a set of deities, of 8 different gods, which are collectively known as the Vasus, and they all have slightly different characteristics in Vedic tradition, and but they all have commonalities in that they all sort of govern no, how do I put this? Just sort of, like working towards the finer things in life, sort of, being down to earth about it, or. But anyway, I'll move on. I won't pause too long on there. But it's just, about different manifestations of wealth and different manifestations of creating wealth. Main ideas for this nakshatra are they have usually higher altruistic, orientation. So, believe in the good of society. That's sort of an Aquarian trait. Very artistic, but in like an artistic musical way. Going back to the drums, so it's sort of, that's, how it differs from the other Aquarian nakshatras. Often natives in this nakshatra have a delayed or unhappy romance. That's sort of more the Capricorn side of things. And the reason for that, actually, it's quite interesting. And actually, they have problems with marriage if they get married at all. And this especially applies to people with the ascendant in halfway around the wheel at the end of Capricorn, like in Ashlesha Nakshatra, because if your ascendant's in Ashlesha, then your 7th house cusp, your descendant, is going to be Dhanishta, and Dhanishta rules, and the 7th house sort of rules marriage, so it's unfavorable for that. So hope I got that right, and if not, I'll edit it out. Anyway, tends to have a temporal incompatibility with, temperamental incompatibility. Giver of what's highly valued, singing, sonorous, melodious, so there's the whole music again, and valuing things that are sort of the finer things. Okay, so traits of people with this nakshatra are, they have patience, but they don't like being told what to do. They like to go to the beat of their own drum, but they're willing to be hard workers. They're willing to, go along with work that needs to be done. They're not completely obstinate or by themselves. But they are patient. They're independent. They don't really want guidance. They're kind of more the type of people that want to figure things out for themselves. They tend to be good at sports and like dance and anything that involves rhythm and just like getting the feel of things, and that goes back to the drum. The drum is more than just being of music; it's a very rhythmic instrument. So they're good for going with like natural flows and recognizing what they are, and rhythmic for that. They tend to have a lot of motivation to accomplish their goals. It's actually, Dhanishta is derives from the Sanskrit word for wealthiest, so that trait can bring them good fortune in life. They're good talkers, very social, good conversationalists, and they're good people to carry a conversation and like make other people feel better through their conversation, so they can be, express themselves in that way. They tend to choose a life partner, if they're in the Aquarius half of it, that's very different from themselves, and yeah, so there's a lot to be said about that. Their appearance, they tend to be radiant, have an inviting expression on their face, which is sort of why they're so good at conversation, because people like to listen to them. They have good, captivating smile, just like good in social situations, good at sports, music, dance. Like, we all know people like that. And yeah, that's basically derived from a sense of rhythm and timing. So, for the longest time, I mean, when Billy and I first started researching nakshatras, there are a lot of online calculators that will determine what your nakshatra is, and they always said that mine was Dhanishta when I entered in my birthday. Turns out that that's based on sidereal astrology, which, in my opinion at least, doesn't really work out as well. I find that if you go with my tropical nakshatra would be the next one, Shadabhishak, and I find that that's a lot more like me. So just, for any of these nakshatras, when you're trying to figure out where your sun, moon, or ascendant, or whatever, where they're located, I think the best way to do that would just be to use any online natal chart calculator or many number of computer programs. The one that we use is astrotheme.com. It's really good. And then just take the degree of each planet and translate that into nakshatras based on the ranges. So, you know, if you have any planets that are between 23 of Capricorn and 6 of Aquarius, then it would fall into Dhanishta, and apply that to all the other ones. So just, yeah, something to be cautious of, be conscious of, and yeah, so, you know, stay tuned for one that's more personable to me, Shatabishak, very shortly, and bye-bye. Now please subscribe, and of course, like this video.